Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you're joining from. This is Wisdom Wednesday, the weekly Wednesday videos at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, US Eastern Time, and I share some wisdom that I gained throughout my life, and especially in the last couple of years when I was walking on the fire. um, so today's message is simple. Look at this cup. It says, "This is my happy place." And I made a lot of videos with this cup, and if you guys are coming here for a while, you know that I really like the messages that the coffee cups have. And this ones you can actually buy from dollar store. They have a bunch of this showing up at different times, and I like those messages. It really resonates with me. So what I found over time, when we think of happy place, a lot of time we associate with the place. Like for me, if I were to think, normally people would think about this house, right? So place is a house or a city that you live in, or the people around you, your friends, and all of that. But what I figured is the happy place is your mind, where you are right at that moment. And when we associate ourselves with that specific moment, that is when it becomes beautiful. And I'll tell you why I say that, because in life, my dad, he died when I was 6 years old. He had a stroke, um, and he kind of suddenly died. Um, anyway, he used to say one thing that at the time I didn't understand, but I didn't know that it would have such a big impact in me in a very good way. He used to say to people that, in this world, we come alone and we go alone. Meaning, even the family members, even the closest friends that we have, um, we are together in this journey only for some time, right? When we were born, we are born as ourselves, right at that second, that split second when we are born, and then when we die, right at that split second when we die, nobody is with us, right? So, and life is moment by moment. I don't know if you counted, is it zillion moments, trillion moments? I don't know. And the in what do they say, the quantum time in quantum field and in Newtonian physics and quantum physics are different, right? Because in Newtonian, when there are seconds and minutes and hours and all of that, but in a different realm, if you were to say, there is no specific, um, there's no time. Time is limitless, right? So I know it's kind of abstract, but I don't know how much I can say it in a way that it will resonate with you guys or not. But this is what I like learned, right? So I made the YouTube videos every single day. Initially, I was journaling, and you guys have seen me even wearing this flannel shirt last year a lot. Now that things are getting a little colder, so today it's kind of rainy outside and cloudy, so I decided to wear this. It's kind of cold and it's cozy, and things can stay same in the outer world, like the shirt is still same in the outer world, the videos that I make here, and then the gratitude cards, you guys know, the posted card, gratitude card, um, are still there, but how I'm looking at life is very different. This is my happy place. So when I bought this, I think I bought it, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, or maybe a year ago. um, I keep getting this from dollar store, by the way, here and there. They have this cool stuff. I don't spend a whole lot of. I'm not a big spender. I spend them when I go for travel. I love to travel. You guys know that. That's my real bucket filler. Um, But I just want you to know that find that moment that where, you know, if you believe in universe, God, higher power, whatever that you believe in, for me, um, believing in something bigger than me, that was always a thing. I became Christian last year from many unexplainable um, series of events, which I would call miracles. Some people may call synchronicity, coincidence, whatever that may be. But your path might be different. Whatever your path is, embrace it. But the point is that as somebody's atheist, that I don't really fully can grasp that concept, because I definitely fully believe there is something bigger than us, because otherwise we will have explanation for everything, and we don't. There is uh, that unknown part, some unknowns that we never know the explanation of. So find that, find that in your mind, that happy place, because when you do that, I tell you, my friends, that will be your power to go back to, because painful experiences in life will keep happening. I mean, I'm not being pessimistic, that's the reality of life. Now there could be small pain right, when maybe somebody upset you at work, or you had a big conflict with somebody, or bigger loss like divorce, job loss, right? And in this channel we talk about divorce, separation, those kind of things. So that's why, like, that's the big focus. And if you lose a loved one, that is like beyond that, right? In some sense, divorce is like that, because they say that the person that you knew, depending on how long you have been together, it's almost like losing a person. um like when death happens, so it's not uh, literally death, but in some sense you lose that person, the person you met. And two ways it can be looked at. One is that, okay, you stay stuck. Another is you also consider your rebirth, right? And that's what we talk about in this channel, that your future that is waiting to be built. You are becoming, in this journey, you're becoming a new person. When you embrace it, that becomes your happy place, right? The place that you can go back to. And that ties in with that higher power, because the life that you have lived, the truth, the hurdles, and the challenging morning and night, and whenever, right, there are times in your life, especially if you go through the divorce, you would go through times when you are just by yourself, nobody else is there to support you. I mean, I'm grateful that even though all my family is in India, I had some really, really good friends here that I could um, go to. They supported me, but there were times when nobody was available, because everybody has, their jobs, their kids, and doctor's appointments, work, etc., which is understandable. Even I can't be there for somebody, like, all the time, 24/7. But when you connect with that higher power, and that's where that happiness, it's more like a joy. And I shared that in other videos, the difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is actually short-lived, and one way to remember that is happiness, the big word, is actually short-lived. The happiness is like when you buy a new car, if you're into cars, if you buy a big house, or you get a promotion, you get a new job. Those bring happiness, but they're short-lived. You know that those happiness doesn't continue after a few months. Joy, on the other hand, is the shorter word, is actually, it lives longer, because it comes from within. Like for me, when I think of this cup, the coffee that I am enjoying and I'm grateful for, let me take a sip. Right? So that is joy. So find that joy, because, and that comes from noticing. I talk about mindfulness on my Monday night 8 p.m. um, Noticing the cup, the warmth of the cup as you touch it, and the coffee. I add cream and sugar, and if you can see it, I don't want to spill it. Do you see it? I make with cream and sugar, so it's a little sweet, a little bitter from the coffee, and sweet from the sugar. I tried black coffee. It's not for me. Trust me. I can do many things in life. Black coffee is not for me. I tried. Never. um, so, yeah, you notice that and feel grateful. And for me, it is simple to feel grateful because several years ago I had some health issue, acid reflux. I couldn't drink coffee for 3 years straight. And then thankfully, it all got better. I was in the wrong job. That's a story for another day. Um, I started drinking coffee, and I can drink coffee, and I feel so grateful that I can. And a lot of time, that's the thing that, and the third thing is the community, the sharing. That's how you multiply. So mindfulness, gratitude, community. And we won't get there today. You guys know that I talk about it quite a bit in here and there. To amplify your joy, that's what you want to do. You want to share, you want to speak about it, right? So then that becomes the action step, and then it multiplies. My through this channel and all the other things I do, the meetup and book, my hope is that other people get to see it, because there's so much pain and suffering in the world, especially with after divorce. People are so afraid of judgment, right? Nobody's going to be here after 100 years, but people. So one simple example I'll give you. So the other day I was chatting with somebody new from me. I met her in a meetup event where I was presenting, and then um, she was telling me that how, because I've been posting on LinkedIn about my business stuff, and then even before then, when I was in corporate, I have been posting, like, I don't know, 8, 10 years, posts, comments, article, and things like that. But there's less engagement when it is divorce related stuff, which is understandable, but that is what I'm trying to bring it in the mainstream, because 100 years from now, nobody's going to be here, and there is no reason to, feel the pressure, feel the judgment. So she was telling me that, it's nice seeing you keep posting this, even there is like less engagement or something like that. So I was telling her that how I see on the data on YouTube backend that sometimes there's always people coming from LinkedIn to my YouTube. At one point, it was like 55%. So I was telling her that shows how the reality is, that people are not engaging on LinkedIn because they don't want other people to see that they're engaging with divorce stuff, but they are doing it behind closed doors. The interesting thing is, if you are coming from LinkedIn to YouTube, don't worry. I don't exactly see, they don't show who exactly it is, but it shows the platform where it is coming from. Like a lot of people come from Meetup, my Meetup group, and a lot of people come from LinkedIn and through Google and stuff like that. So I see percentage of people coming from different places. So, it's people, we all grow and learn, and when we bring it to mainstream, the main thing is people get to talk about it. And again, it's not a therapy. I feel like therapy is good, but it helps you to process the past. But if you keep talking about the past, that's what you're going to stay stuck, right? That's how you're going to stay stuck. Your present might get a little bit better from talking about that, but you are not really focusing on creating a better future. And that's what I try to teach people, that if you consider that as like your real rebirth, a second chance in life, you can create the life. 80% of it is what I focus on. What you want to create the life as, like the life you always wanted to live, you couldn't do, you didn't do, or whatever that might be, because of you and your partner, things were not working out. I mean, of course, in the beginning it probably did, and that's why you guys got together. But there came a point when things drifted away. Now, whatever that may be the reason, the stress or whatnot. But now is the chance for you to build the way you always wanted. Be your most authentic version. I tell people it's like layers of onion, right? So you have to go deep, deep, deep to learn more about yourself. And I tell you, like from my experience, this things stay the same. This coffee mug stayed the same, right? Last year to this year. But how I looked at it when I bought it versus how I look at it now is different. So the things, the objects, everything remains the same. But how we think about it, how we speak about it, is all our choice. So speak from the future that you want to manifest, right? And believe that there is something bigger than yourself. All the experiences, like now when I'm making this video, this is what I'm supposed to do now, right? And that's how, when you have that acceptance that, okay, you are doing this versus that, that God, for me, it's God, for you, it could be universe, is guiding me through each step to become the best version of me, and fulfilling the calling that I have. I cannot tell you guys how, and some of you guys probably know by now, I feel that fearlessness that I never had before. Feel that fearlessness that I never had before. Some things I don't know 6 months down the line how it is going to look like, but it doesn't scare me. Trust me, it does not scare me. And I'm like a big planner, and I still plan. Trust me, I still plan how life would be like 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line. But if it doesn't turn out the way I planned, I believe that it is God's plan. And that's the thing, comes with um, deeper faith, believing in something bigger than us. So, and if you guys have been noticing my coffee lounge talk on Sunday 10 a.m., I try to do it most Sundays. I just started it. I mean, the coffee lounge started, I don't know, 2 months ago, but I do them like a Bible verse. I take one or two verse, and I try to connect it with my own life story, what's happening. And I'm not an expert. I'm actually learning. I'm new. I got introduced to Bible in the last year, so I'm super new. I'm learning, and I learned from my friends and others. I did a little bit of Bible study, but I am learning the way to connect it with my life, and then I encourage you to share how those verses helped you in your journey. And for some reason, I feel like the verses that I share with you guys is like something happening, and it just connects. Like the other day, I was watching the Chosen show, and the disciples were sitting around the fire, and they were sharing some childhood experience. And when Mary Magdalene was sharing her childhood experience with her dad, it reminded me of my experience with my dad when I was young. And then and that's how that episode unfolded. And I thought about it, and then I kind of filmed an episode that day later in a coffee shop, which will be coming this Sunday. But anyway, so the point is that I want to deepen my faith. And whatever your faith is, it doesn't matter if you're a different religion, but deepen it. Because when we deepen our faith, it helps us to believe in ourselves. It helps us to accept the things that is happening around us right now, and all the things that happened in the past. That helps you to accept all of those, because until we accept that, this is because we are the biggest storyteller for ourselves. The most important storyteller and the most important audience is ourselves, because there is this, I used to talk last year a lot, right? The inner critic and the inner coach. The inner critic is the one says you're not good enough, and the inner coach is your best friend. They're telling you you are limitless, you can do anything that you want. So when you accept all of this, you are taking away all the power from the inner critic, right? And the inner coach is the one who is taking the driver's seat and taking you to that better future, right? So I hope you give this a try again. Moment, and it doesn't happen overnight. There is no magic pill, my friend. I wish I could tell you there's a magic pill. What I do is, you may have heard it takes 5 years to master something new. So I compressed that 5 years to 3 months training, or program, whatever you want to call it. As when I do coaching, I teach people that it is a little intense. That's supposed to be because that's how, excuse me, you can come out of that. But I'm not telling you to do that right now. I'm actually not even doing the coaching as much, except just a couple people, because it's very selective. Since I've been managing several different platforms, my time bandwidth doesn't allow. But eventually, when I have investment next year, I'm trying to manifest. um, then I will do more of coaching, because sometime when you work with a real plan, then I talk about hockey stick growth on a business and corporate. You guys may have heard in human mindset also, you can work like a hockey stick growth. You start slow and then, like, go up. There are ways like how you can amplify it and do things in a planned way, going out of comfort zone, and you will get there faster. But anyway, otherwise, you also, as you work on yourself, um, if you find my videos helpful, come back to my channel. If, so, let's say you connect with, I don't know, Wayne Dyer's video, keep going there every single day. If you find Tony Robbins helpful, keep going there every single day. If you do it for a year, I can promise you, you will not be the same person in a very good way, right? So now, if you're doing every day and if you miss 2 days here, 1 day here, that's okay. But the point is, don't miss like longer than 3, 4 days. It's almost like going to the gym, right? If you want to lose, I don't know, 30 pounds. And if your goal is that, okay, I'm going to lose 30 pounds in, I don't know, 6 months, a year, whatever. But if you go only once a week, it's not going to work. You have to be regular. Our mind works exactly the same way, right? Whatever metaphor works, or like the phone needs a charge every single day, or depending on your phone, you might do once in 2 days. But if you keep the phone without a charge for entire week, your phone will be dead. That's how our mind works. Because the thing is, our mind is always getting fed something. Either you're watching TV, you are spending time on social media, or talking to a friend at work, it's always getting fed something. So, and unfortunately, a lot of that something is negative. So, you have to feed yourself the positive stuff and whatever resonates with you. It's Tony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, or there's so many people, like, whoever resonates with you. Rhonda Byrne's, the Law of Attraction movie, the Secret movie on Netflix. So whoever resonates with you, just follow that person, keep going. The thing is, up to 1 month, it may feel like a chore. Trust me, up to 1 month, it may feel like a chore. But the secret to that is also do it every day at the same time. Then you might see the result even before then. In 15 days, you will feel a shift, but do it every day at the same time. Let's say if you do it 12 p.m. or 9 p.m., whatever the time is, do it every single day. Because then the time triggers that in our mind, right, to do it. So then in 15 days, you'll feel a shift. 1 month you will see more shift. In 3 months will be your time. Even if you do it by yourself, you'll be like, there are some changes, and people around you will see changes, that you're looking at more positive things. Even if some negative things happened, you will be talking about the positive side of it. And 6 months you'll be like, oh my god, and people won't know, but you will know internally. You will have so many changes, good changes, and in 1 year you will not be the same person. Trust me. If you talk to any of my friends, and you can see my own journey on the YouTube channel from 2024 and now with videos, it's not even the same person. And that's the point. That's what the whole reinvention is. It's beyond transformation. When people say transformation, it's like, yes, a lot of things are changing. Reinvention is like a rebirth. Literally, it's a rebirth. So again, going back to this is my happy place. Find find the happy place inside your heart, right? That is what is long lasting. With that, thank you, my friends, for coming here, commenting, sharing it with others. I see that every week somebody shares. I just don't know who, but they share it. So I'm really grateful for all of you guys. Take care. Bye.